Pakistan is cornered. On its eastern front, it faces a relentless adversary in India with escalating hostilities along the line of control. And on its western flank, the ground beneath is crumbling, thanks to a raging insurgency in Balochistan. As soldiers fall to roadside bombs and missiles fly across borders, Islamabad, particularly Rawalpindi, is gripped by a security nightmare. With two hostile fronts, one external, one internal, opening simultaneously, how long can Pakistan maintain the illusion of control in the face of growing chaos? Hello and welcome. You're watching Statecraft with me, Geeta Mohan. This is not just another flare-up between nuclear-armed neighbors or another cycle of militancy in a restive province. This is Pakistan facing a two-front war. Militarily, politically, and existentially. On the one side is the old nemesis India, with whom conflict has returned to a dangerous boiling point, following cross-border strikes and diplomatic shutdowns. On the other side, an insurgency decades in the making has turned Balochistan into a smoldering battlefield. Between foreign policy blame games and mounting body bags, is Pakistan headed toward fragmentation from within and confrontation from without? On the western front, the restive province of Balochistan, Pakistan's largest province by area and rich in natural gas, coal and minerals, yet riddled with resentment. The ethnic Baloch feel ignored, exploited and erased. Balochistan Liberation Army or BLA has ramped up attacks. From targeting Chinese engineers to hijacking passenger trains, their message is loud: no development without justice, without inclusivity. The latest strike, a deadly IED blast in Balochistan's Kachhi district, which reportedly has killed 14 Pakistani soldiers, including a special operations commander. The BLA took credit and released video proof. This attack comes days after Pakistan's security forces killed 10 Baloch in the region in two separate incidents in Kech and Ziyarat districts. Authorities say the killings were part of a wider crackdown on the groups in the province. But the stakes go beyond local unrest. These attacks endanger the multi-billion-dollar China-Pakistan economic corridor, a key part of China's Belt and Road Initiative, and Beijing's patience is wearing thin. Moreover, Islamabad has long accused India's spy agency RNAW of stoking this insurgency, claims New Delhi flatly denies. And on the eastern front, the line of control with India remains volatile. Cross-border shelling, ceasefire violations and political hostilities continue to keep both nuclear neighbors on the edge. New Delhi blames Pakistan-based troops for terrorist attacks in Kashmir and has responded with military might. India carried out airstrikes on terror camps in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Islamabad calls it aggression and has continued to violate the ceasefire along the line of control. Diplomacy has collapsed, nationalism is on the rise, and mistrust rules the region. Global powers have urged restraint, but neither side is stepping back. With Balochistan burning and borders bristling, Pakistan's military is stretched thin. From insurgents in the west to skirmishes in the east, Pakistan's security establishment is fighting fires on both sides. But what if this wasn't just about militancy, insurgency, freedom movement, or modern-day geopolitics? What if the roots of this problem runs deeper into the pages of forgotten history? As Pakistan and India celebrated their respective Independence Days on August 14th and 15th, the people of Balochistan watched in silence, not with pride, but with a gnawing question. Will we ever know that kind of freedom ever again? Because they once did. For 227 days, Balochistan was a free nation. Back in 1947, as British India splintered into two dominions, Kalat, the heart of present-day Balochistan, chose a third path: independence. Under the 1876 treaty, Kalat enjoyed internal autonomy from the British, similar to Bhutan or Sikkim, not bound to join either India or Pakistan. On the 15th of August 1947, while the Indian tricolour soared in Delhi, the traditional Baloch flag was raised in Kalat. An Islamic sermon, a khutbah, was read in the name of Khan of Kalat, marking sovereignty. The move was backed by none other than Muhammad Ali Jinnah, who was then acting as Kalat's legal advisor. But history took a sharp turn. Despite an agreement signed on August 11th, promising to respect Kalat's independence, pressure from Pakistan mounted. A British memo in September questioned Kalat's ability to function as a sovereign nation, just the justification Jinnah needed. And in 1948, Pakistan moved in. Despite the Baloch legislature rejecting the merger and preparations by the Khan to defend his nation, the annexation was swift. The dream of an independent Balochistan was crushed, and the resentment has never really died. Today's insurgency is not just a security threat. It's a cry from a people who believe they were robbed of their future before it ever began. There have been many a betrayal when it comes to the Pakistani army, the Pakistani administration. Kalat is one such province that faced the betrayal, and today Balochistan is rising up, raising its voice against the Pakistani establishment. Can it really withstand the wrath of the Pakistani army? Can it look for freedom, which it has been looking for so many years now, is something we'll have to see. But joining me in this exclusive conversation is the Khan of Kalat himself, who lives in exile in London, Amir Ahmed Suleiman Dawood. Khan Saab, thank you so much for joining us here on the India Today Network. There are many questions today that we have for you, beginning with the India-Pakistan tensions. Pakistan and Pakistani army, Khan Saab, using terrorism as an instrument of state policy. Your reading on the Pahalgam terror attack?
Thank you for having me, Geeta ji. And the issue about Pakistan is one, it's let's say a military contractor. You can't call it a state anymore, because from the beginning it has been a fake state. And as far as the military establishment or the contractor, I can call it a contractor group like Wagner or Blackwater. They are not, you can't even call them the military establishment, but they are just like on contract. And it's a fake state. And since the war in Afghanistan, when the Russians were there, they have this thing of breeding terrorists, So it's the, let's say, womb of the woman who breeds terrorists and terrorism.
Khan Saab, a very important point you make at this point in time when India has suffered one of the worst terror attacks. How do you look at India's response to Pakistan? In so many years, India has been asking Pakistan to dismantle its terror infrastructure, was not done. Now, India has gone in and done it for herself.
If you remember, let's say not a few days back, their own defense minister said that we are doing this since now almost 40 to 45 years here, and there can be no more high profile than their own defense minister. It's their own, what do you call it, saying in an interview that he gave recently. As far as Pakistan is concerned, again, I have to re-say it. It's the womb which basically produces terrorists. But today, if you see the situation in Pakistan, no ethnic group is safe from this terrorist army, or let me rephrase it, the terrorists in uniform. Whether it's the Baloch, whether it's the Pashtun, whether it's the Mawajir or Urdu-speaking people of Karachi and Hyderabad, whether it's the Sindhis, and whether it's the Azad Kashmir people on their side, all the Gilgit-Baltistani people, including even now the Punjabis.
You again make a very important point. At this point in time, are you looking at, and how are you looking at the internal crisis that the Pakistani Army Chief Asim Munir is facing? It's not just like you rightly pointed out, and we were talking about internal and external, and mentioned India and Balochistan, but it's also Gilgit-Baltistan, their own people who are suffering at the hands of the Pakistani military. Are you looking at civil unrest and a breakup of Pakistan?
As far as the Baloch are concerned, since the creation of this fake state, we are resisting it, since, and this is since 1948. As far as the Pashtuns are concerned, it started with the invasion of Afghanistan by the Russians. And since then, they are, in the beginning, it was different, but I think in the Pashtuns, they have lost almost 1,400 of their tribal elders in the past 20, 25 years. They have been murdered by the so-called terrorists in uniform, And it's all because of the, what do you call it, a mineral and resources, And as far as the Urdu-speaking people are concerned, even I think about 15, 20 years back, they also, whether it was their women, children, young, old, it has been going on. But recently, if you see past few years since this person, Mr. Munir, took over.
Asim Munir.
Yes. Took over. I think it has, the graph has gone much up. There is within the army, even recently, over 300-400 officers resigned from the army. And let's say when he took over at that time till now, over a few thousand have left or got retirement from the army. Right. Reason for it is because everyone comes and thinks Pakistan, especially the military or the terrorists in uniform, they think Pakistan is their like housing scheme, like defense housing scheme. And within the military, outside public, I think since over a decade, we as far as the Baloch are concerned, they are there. The Pashtuns, they are fighting. As far as the Mawajir, Sindhis, Punjabis, or Kashmiris, and the Gilgit or Baltistani people, they are also agitating, So there is the whole of Pakistan is no more like they show that the whole country is standing with their army. It's no more. Even the people, I even sent you a recent video of the Maulvis, whether it's Fazlur Rahman or the other clerics, they are all openly opposing the military establishment or the terrorists in uniform. Tell me one country in the whole world that they go around and kill their own civilians.
That's right. Khan Sahib, there has been a lot of blame game. What Pakistan has been doing is blaming everything that's happening in Balochistan on India. Now, if we look at the larger picture, has Jafar Express, the incident and Baloch Liberation Army hijacking Jafar Express, has this been a turning point when it comes to Pakistan military and a shock and an embarrassment to the Pakistani military?
As far as the Jafar Express or whatever is happening is in Balochistan or in KP, because the reason I'm telling you, because these are too similar, they are fighting the military, and it's all a homegrown thing, because between us and India, it's the terrorists in uniform that are sitting, So how do they blame India? Yes, I've always said that if we get help from anyone, whether it's India or Israel or anyone else, we will always basically take that help. But I haven't seen that about India's involvement. Maybe a few times your ambassador in the UN has talked about us once or twice. Your prime minister has, in a speech, has talked about us, but we haven't received any such thing. And if like what they are saying, I say let it be if they are saying, because we will embrace anything that India's support, But till now, I don't think we have received anything the way they are saying it, because it's homegrown and our people, they are in that country fighting, because whatever has started this thing, it is what the Pakistan army is doing on the ground. Our people are being disappeared. Then we've got this kill and dump policy. Thousands of our people have been picked up and killed and dumped in the wilderness. Our people who are like human rights groups that are just talking about their own family members, whether it's their fathers or brothers or sisters that have been disappeared, that at least the government or these terrorists in uniform should give them a hearing. No, nothing is going on. It's just a brutal sort of a thing which is happening. Like a dog that has lost its mind and it bites everyone. So they are trying to do whatever they are to the public of that country. And I think as far as we are concerned, especially the Baloch, and the area of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa or KP, KP is the leased area which they had leased, the Afghan kings had leased to the British,
That's
and
right.
as far as Balochistan is concerned, it has a history of about over 650 to 700 years. It was a state which was a buffer between India and Iran.
Well, Khan Sahib, let's talk about Kalat. Very, very rich, resource-rich province, includes Gwadar, and is critical to Pakistan when it comes to Pakistan's strategic cooperation with China. In such a scenario, where do you see, with the kind of unrest that you're seeing in Balochistan, the Chinese investments?
As far as China is concerned, it is our neighbor. We have lived here for thousands of years and in this region for centuries. The problem today is the investment and looting of the property or resources of our Baloch nation. anyone who comes to our land with the occupiers should not expect hospitality from us,
Right. Where do you see this entire situation now head? India has responded in full measure. It has gone from just being an action against terrorists to now becoming a military action, with Pakistan also responding and India taking out their air defense system in Lahore. So, where do you see it headed between India and Pakistan?
What I see basically between India and Pakistan is that India has got their people behind them, and the whole world community, whether it's the EU, or United States, or other countries, they have all, even Japan is standing with India on this, And as far as Pakistan is concerned, the terrorists in uniform have sold all their military shells, or whatever you call it, to Ukraine against the war with Russia, So now they haven't even got stock to fight you all,
Right. And when it comes to Balochistan, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan, are we looking at a breakup? Is Pakistan going to be divided into many parts, with Punjab and maybe Sindh staying together and the rest?
I think if you take Punjab, I think all the ethnic minorities will be very, very happy to give you these people free if you take it, because as far as Kashmir is concerned also, the Kashmiris are not very happy with them. As far as Gilgit and Baltistan is concerned, again, if you historically see that, that was also part of Kashmir,
Yeah.
And they are also not very happy, again, because of this loot of the terrorists in uniform, of their minerals, of their land, And as far as the Pashtuns are concerned, I think if you are busy, keep them busy. They can't even fight for 10 days. They haven't got anything to fight for 10 days. Now they are basically trying to go and touch the feet of Europeans and the Arabs, and the Americans, But still, I think I've seen President Trump's what do you call it, statements. Basically, they are also standing with you all, So
Yes.
neither, the only, I think, people who sent them something, some like military equipment were the
Turkey.
Turks,
Yes, yes. Khan Sahab, just talking about Balochistan and the Baloch struggle, where do you see that head right now? You are in a very, very important juncture, so to say, a critical point in the Baloch struggle. Do you think your people will be able to fight to find what they've been looking for in this Baloch movement, to be freed
Yeah, I
of
think
Pakistani military grip?
what I think is, if India should do what they have been doing for Kashmir and this terrorism openly, I think we have a very good chance and to get our country back, with India's support.
Do you ever hope to go back to Kalat or your family?
Of course, we will go and it's our own country, it doesn't belong to anyone. So, of course, if we have the support, we are going to go and fight on the ground over there.
You're willing to fight on the ground.
Till now, our youngsters are doing this. They like, if you came across the interview which this the chief of the terrorists gave in the terrorists in uniform gave a few days back, that we can't let 1,500 people take Balochistan. But an answer to him is, it's not you are not even capable to fight 1,500 people, but the whole nation is going to fight you now.
Very
And
important.
And when you can't handle 1,500 people, so how will you handle the whole of the Baloch nation? And if you know about the geography of the Baloch, it's not only the what do you call it, province of Balochistan. Our biggest population is in southern Punjab. Then our second biggest population is of Baloch is in Sindh. Our third population is the province of Balochistan, and our fourth is in KP, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, like in south, like Dera Ismail Khan, and south of it is all Baloch. So they subdivided us into 4 administrative units.
Right.
So our biggest like population of Baloch is in Punjab.
Finally, sir, before I let you go, Asim Munir, do you think this is the end of the road for him? He overplayed his hand. This was an overreach.
I think Asim Munir, through you, I want to give them a message. Like the Israelis, they hunted the, what do you call it, Nazis, let these military people know we will hunt them worse than the Israelis, and we will not let them be anywhere in the world. And as far as whether it's Asim Munir or before Asim Munir, through your channel, I want to give this message to him, that whatever you are doing, we are the more you oppress us, the more we will basically fight against you, and we will get our country with the help of our people and our allies. And I want to basically, through your channel, also tell Mr. Modi that we need help, but do it, help us to get rid of these terrorists, because otherwise, like it will be harder for you,
Right.
Come openly and help us and brace us. Officially, we are willing to come and see them, officially, and let the whole world also know, because today your interest and our interest is the same, because the enemy that we have are these terrorists in uniform, and today the whole world is fed up of these terrorists.
Amir Ahmed Suleiman Dawood, the Khan of Kalat. That was an exclusive conversation with him. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us here on India Today Global.
Thank you, Geeta. Thanks a lot.
Pakistan Army Chief Asim Munir has overplayed his hand when it comes to Balochistan, or for that matter, India. Balochistan is burning, and there are no answers that the Pakistani Army Chief has when it comes to his own people and his forces. They're failing not just internally, but externally as well when it comes to India. What's going to happen in the coming days is for us to wait and see. But for Pakistan, will the realization of this failure dawn earlier than later? Thank you for watching Statecraft.